It's about 4:45 here in rush hour traffic in Jerusalem. We're on our way to a rendezvous on the Mount of Olives with Professor Roy Hoffman. Professor Hoffman is a chemistry professor at Hebrew University, but he's also the head of an organization called the Israel New Moon Society.
He goes out and cites, records the new moon, and people around the world also record the new moon and send him their records of the new moon. And this is how we determine that there's a new moon, through human witnessing of the new moon, not simply through a calendrical calculation. This is how it was done in the olden days, in the days of the Holy Temple. This is how it was done. We didn't have a set calendar. And so, of course, today we're back in the land, and there is a movement to renew this original and the way that we were commanded to do it, which is through personal testimony.
Honored to meet you. Honored to meet you.
Yes, I've met you.
I think so. You look a little familiar. That's right. Years ago.
Nice to meet you.
I should be directly on the moon. I just have to find the moon a second if I can. I doubt if I can at the moment. 252 degrees. And I'm looking at the edge of the cloud. It's a bit too early to see the moon, mind you. Okay.
What I really, really want to ask you is, like, what is the significance of this procedure now that we do have the recorded calendar? I know that there is a desire to get back to the way the Torah actually mandates the moon to be sighted, but does this have really a significance for us in our time?
Okay, there are three things that are significant now in the sighting of the moon today. Firstly, it is thought, or almost every authority believes, that we will go back to the method of sighting. And secondly, the Sanhedrin, who appoints a Beit Din, the Beit Din has to know whether or not the moon could be sighted, and when exactly it can be sighted, and how high it is in the sky when it can be sighted. That's why I'm now trying to catch the earliest glimpse of the moon. And thirdly, it's Isuk Limud Torah Lishma. That means that we are learning Torah for its own sake.
You said something amazing, if I understand you correctly. You're saying that the calendar that we have today, which is accepted as the established calendar, is actually considered to be only temporary, because all the authorities, the rabbinical authorities, agree that at one point we will go back to the sightings.
That is correct. If you read the Rambam Hilchot Kiddush HaKodesh, it says there that this is a halakha l'Moshe b'Sinai, which means it's a law that's very old, not necessarily actually from Moshe, but that when we have a Sanhedrin, we fix the calendar according to the sighting, and when we don't have a Sanhedrin, like it is today, then we fix it according to this calculation, and we do not need the sightings. However, basically all but one authority believes we are going to go back to the sightings, and therefore we must prepare for this.
You founded an organization, the Israel New Moon Society. Can you tell us about that and what its purpose is?
Okay, well, I set it up in order to get information for an article I'd been asked to write by Rav Nachum Rabinovich, and it went from there. More and more people joined, and more people sent in information. Nowadays it's run by Gadi Eidelheit from Givat Shmuel, and he takes in all the information and sends out the mailings each month. But people all over the country and all over the world go out and look for the moon.
Now, as far as the halacha is concerned of the Torah, is it supposed to be with the naked eye? Are you allowed to use an instrument?
Okay, it's clearly supposed to be with the naked eye, because it says someone who looks into a crystal and sees the moon in a crystal, it's not a valid observation.
On your website, it's mentioned that there are some 60 mitzvot, 60 commandments that are contingent upon proper sighting of the moon. Right. Could you expand upon that?
Well, basically all the festivals, all the sacrifices, everything in the calendar is based on the moon. So that's about 1/10 of all the mitzvot.
So, in order to proceed from the current situation to the Beit HaMikdash, Holy Temple, and the offerings, etc., the sighting of the new moon, not a calendrical calculation, but the actual sighting of the moon is completely necessary.
Yes.
We can't get to there from here without that.
Dr. Roy Hoffman, it's been such a pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much, Chodesh Tov, and we've learned a great deal and feel that we've been part of a very great mitzvah and the renewal of something very holy in Israel. So first of all, thank you so much for your dedication and for everything that you do for the Jewish people and for the world. And may you be strengthened in this great deed, and may we yet get to see this really used for the renewal of the authentic Jewish calendar.
Okay, thank you very much, and I hope that speedily in our days this will come to be as part of the complete redemption.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
Whoa! Whoa! Woohoo! Oh, that's great.